It is important to do your work, but it is just as important to check your work.
That's right. So in order to correct your math work, we've come up with an easy way to get started.
One way you can correct on your iPad is using split screen.
To use a split screen on your iPad, you first need to open the prior day's assignment.
Then at the top of the screen, you will tap the three dots and select a multitasking screen.
Once you've done this, you will select Canvas and open up the lesson number with correct next to it.
And now you're ready to correct.
As you watch the video, put a red star next to the ones you got correct.
If you missed the problem, that's okay. Write the correct answer in red and circle the number of the problem.
Do this on each of the problems and then submit the corrected problems the same way you submitted the assignment.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get started.
All right, we're going to see how my buddy Theo solves it this time. All right, so let's take a look at the first question. It's important to find the key details. I like to use a highlighter. There were 107 oak trees on the golf course. The staff planted 39 more. How many oak trees are there at the golf course? Well, when I drew my chart, I knew it's going to look like this. And I knew that they had 107. And then they added 39 more. Okay, so that's going to be an addition problem. I personally like to write it like this so that I can see the numbers up and down. All right, well, 9 plus 7 is 16. 3 plus 1 is 4, and 1. So my correct answer was 146 trees. Okay, if you got it correct, you put your star. If you got it incorrect, you circle it. All right, take a look at the next one. We have 428 baseball cards in her collection. She gave 134 of them to her friend, Timothy. How many cards does Karen have now? So the way this would look, I know that she started off with 428 total, and then she gave away 134. So I've got to solve here for that. So I'm going to do 428 minus the 134, and that's going to give me my answer. Okay, well, I know that 8 minus 4 is 4, or 2 minus 3 can't do, so I got to borrow from the 4. 12 minus 3 is 9, and then 3 minus 1 is 2. So 294 cards. Put close on those numbers. Give yourself a star if you got it correct. Okay, last one on this page. Mr. Bennett purchased 210 pencils. I'm going to highlight that. 210 pencils at the beginning of the year. He now has 137. Oh no, somebody's used a lot of pencils. How many fewer pencils does Mr. Bennett have now than at the beginning of the year? Okay, same thing on this one. I'm going to draw on my chart. I know that he started off with those 210 pencils, and then I know that he only has 137 left. So now we've got to solve there. And that's going to be pencils. I'm going to go ahead and put the close on there right now. All right, so I'm going to do 210 minus 137. Well, can't do 7 away from 0. 10 minus 7 is 3. Oh, and then I have 0 again. Got to borrow again. 10 minus 3 is 7. So my correct answer is 73 pencils. If you got it correct, there's a star. If you missed it, there is a circle. Okay, all right. Looking on to the next one. Let's see how Theo did this one. All right, Mike has, I'm going to go ahead and start drawing. I'm going to draw my square. I know it's going to be something like this. All right, so highlighter again. Mike has 136 books in the home. He has read 43 of them. How many has Mike not read? Well, we do know that the grand total was 136 books, and he's read 43 of them. So we got to solve here. So 136 minus 43. 6 minus 3 is 3. 4 minus 3 we can't do. Or 3 minus 4 we can't do, so got to borrow. 13 minus 4 is 9. So we now have 93 3. I'm just going to put a B there for books. Remember the star if you got it correct, circle if you missed it. All right, number 2. Keith has $158 in the bank. His sister has $232 in the bank. How much do they have together? So together I know I'm going to add. So I'm going to put the 158 and I'm going to put the 232. And I know that the close are going to be a dollar sign. So 158 plus 232. 8 plus 2 is 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 and 1 is 3. So $390. All right, last one. Joan picked 315 apples at her father's farm this week. Her brother Fred picked 25 fewer than Joan. How many apples did Fred pick? Okay, well, we know on this one that Joan picked 315 and her brother picked 25 less than her. Okay, so we want to figure out what Joan picked. All right, so 35 minus 20, or 315 minus 25. Okay, 5 minus 5 is 0. 2 minus 1 we can't do, or 1 minus 2 we can't do, so we have to borrow. 11 minus 2 is 9, so 290 apples. I'm going to put apples. All right, don't forget your stars and circles, depending if you got it correct or incorrect, and make sure you resubmit.